He would have taken Gudrid back. She didn't want to come. Where she had left him secretly before, she left him openly then. And he had never found anyone he cared about since. He muttered again. Gudrid and Ivan Torfin lived in Nidaros. One more reason Hamnet stayed in his cold stone keep out on the eastern frontier as much as he could. But when the Emperor summoned, Count Hamnet came. Sigvat II was a man for whom disobedience and rebellion meant the same thing. As Hamnet neared Nidaros's grey stone walls, he had to rein in to let a merchant caravan come out through the south gate. Horses and mules and two-humped hairy camels were laden with the products of the north. Some carried mammoth tusks. Others bore horns cut from the carcasses of woolly rhinos. Many in the south, and not a few in the Raumsdalian Empire, believed rhinoceros horn helped a man's virility. What people believed often turned out to be true just because they believed it. Charlatans and mages were quick to take advantage of that. Which was which? Hamnet Thyssen shook his head. He doubted there was any firm dividing line. Baled hides burdened other beasts. Still others bore baskets and bundles that hid their contents. A few horses hauled carts behind them. The ungreased axles squealed. The carts bumped up and down as their wheels jounced in the ruts. Merchants rode with the animals. Some were plump and prosperous, with caracole hats and long coats of otter or marten over tunics and baggy breeches, tucked into boots of buttery soft leather, or more often of felt. Others were accoutred more like Hamnet Thyssen. They were men ready to fight to keep what they owned. And the caravan had a proper fighting tail of guards, too. Inside the Empire they were probably, so much swank, but beyond the borders bandit troops thrived. Some of the guards were Raumsdalians in chainmail like Hamnet's, armed with bows and slashing swords. Others were blond Bizogot mercenaries out of the north. The lancers looked as if they would rather be herding mammoths than riding horses. Even though they were many and he only one, they gave him hard stares as they rode past. Their cold blue eyes reminded him of the glacier in whose shadow they dwelt. He rode through the south gate himself once the caravan came forth. A guard stepped out into the middle of the roadway to block his path. With upraised hand, the fellow said, "Who are you? What is your business in the capital?" He sounded like what he was, an under-officer, puffed up with his own petty authority. Most men coming into Nidaros would have had to bow and scrape before him. They might have had to grease his palm before he let them pass, too. No wonder he was puffed up then. The Count looked down his long nose at the gate guard. "I am Hamnet Thyssen," he said quietly. "I have an appointment with His Majesty." "Oh!" The gate guard stumbled back, all but tripping over his own feet. "Pass on, Your Grace." Petty authority punctured, he deflated like a pricked pig's bladder. At another time, or more likely were he another man, that would have made Count Hamnet laugh. Here, now, he just felt sad. Without another word, he booted his horse forward and rode into smoky, smelly Nidaros. He hadn't gone more than a few feet forward before a man, sitting on horseback in front of a tavern, rode out alongside him. "Good day, Count Hamnet," the rider said, his voice a light, musical tenor. "God grant you long years." "I don't know you." Hamnet's eyes narrowed as he surveyed the foxy-faced newcomer. The crow's feet at their corners deepened and darkened when he did. He shook his head. "Now, wait. Ulrich Skaki, or I'm a Bizogot. Forgive me, it's been a few years." He pulled off his right mitten and held out his hand. Ulrich Skaki had an infectious grin. As he clasped hands with Count Hamnet, he said, "Don't worry about it, Your Grace. I'm not offended." "Do you think I am a Bizogot?" He might have been a lot of things. Though he spoke Raumsdalian perfectly, he might well not have been a native of the Empire, but a truculent mammoth.